Now, before we go, if you're sitting down tonight at home and you have the remote control in hand, you may want to hear about this, the start of a 3-part documentary on BBC One Northern Ireland that captures the lives and passions of the men, women and families involved in road racing. Here's a taste.
It's a big family. It's part of our way of life.
Here we go, guys. Let's get ready to go.
It's the atmosphere we go for, and the tracks, unbelievable.
Well, Dermot Lavery co-directed the documentary. He's with me this morning on the line. Warren Reeve, who's one of the riders who features. Dermot, first of all, what did you want to do with this whenever you first put it into your mind?
Well, I suppose we wanted to parachute into the world of road racing and really represent it as it is, which is a phenomenal kind of sport in Irish terms, both north and south. It's a very special sport. It's a family-based sport, but of course it's a dangerous sport. And we wanted to capture all that in our series, which we filmed throughout last year.
Warren, your wife Jeanette is going to feature in this, and we're going to see the whole sort of range of emotions probably that families go through whenever you're out on the bike. Is that right?
Yes, I believe, yes.
So, I mean, what's it been like for her and the sort of things that you put her through whenever you're out racing?
I think it's harder for the families. We jump on the bike and we just go out and have fun, sort of thing, and yeah, they've got to sit biting nails until we come back in again. So I think it is harder for the families.
And are there difficult conversations that you two have to have, Warren? You had an accident last year, for example. After accidents, is there a chat at some point?
Is there a what, sorry?
Is there a chat at some point where she says, you know what, I'm not sure I'm comfortable with this?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, some things we talk about. I do remember last year when I had my accident and I was coming back in the ambulance, and Jeanette and young Bayliss were in the ambulance with me as well. And I remember I was laid back on the bed, sort of thing, and I looked back at Bayliss, and I remember putting my arm out to him to sort of hold his hand, and he held my hand, but he was as quiet as a mouse and white as a sheet, sort of thing. So that affected. Well, I think it affected everybody, but it definitely affected me.
But you get back on the bike.
Yeah, I get home and our Susie has a bike as well, so she wouldn't let me ride it sort of straight away, but within a couple of days I was riding it around the yard here, sort of thing. So, but it probably wasn't supposed to be.
And Dermot, that's the thing, isn't it? It's that bug that road racers have, and no matter what comes, the bug's still there, and you're trying to get into all of that in this programme.
Well, we are, and it's almost impossible. We're trying to access the passion of the sport, what drives people to race, and I don't think we can ever really understand that. But
it's a sport that's full of characters, and I'm sure we'll meet many of those during the programme.
Well, it is. It's a wonderfully colourful world, road racing, and a wonderfully family world, But the events themselves are extraordinary to visit. I mean, you have to be very committed to go to road racing. You have to be there very early in the morning and be there very late. And the people who follow road racing are every bit as passionate as the riders themselves, and the riders are special people.
I'm sorry we don't have more time, but what time are we on tonight?
10:40 tonight, BBC One.
And is it a series or a couple of programmes, or is there one?
It's three programmes, and in fact it's repeated on Thursday nights at 10 o'clock on BBC Two, so you have a double chance to catch it.
Excellent. Well, listen, I appreciate you coming in, Dermot. Good luck with that, and thanks also to Warren.
Every year, amateur riders of all ages race on our country roads.
When I'm out on the bike, nothing's in my head, only that road.
But crossing the finish line requires a family effort.
He promised me glamour. I was thinking Lewis Hamilton kind of stuff.
These competitors risk everything.
I have a different limb for racing, which I can't even walk on.
Because racing's in their blood.
Your legs are sore, your arms are killing you, you're accelerated.
Road Riders starts tonight at 10:40 on BBC One Northern Ireland.